Hello everyone, this is As Muhammad Khan. I again welcome you in our next segment, that is nutrition in human beings, friend. As we belong from human, that's why what we need for survival, we need food. So that food we take from which mode of nutrition, student? You tell me now. Because I have taught you. Yes, tell me. It is holozoic mode of nutrition. So the human or other animals like cow, buffalo, goat, which mode of nutrition they have? They have holozoic mode of nutrition. So it is the most important question. For this, all the animals like human have a particular system. That particular system contains the different organ. So today we will discuss about the nourishment or the nutrition in human being. So what is the first step of the nutrition, student? Yes, tell me. What is it? In the unicellular organism we have discussed that. Yes, tell me. It is ingestion. So how do you take your food? You take your food with the help of mouth. So students, our food is introduced first with our mouth, and after the mouth it enters to our buccal cavity. So digestion starts from the buccal cavity, student. Now what we have in the buccal cavity? It is teeth and salivary gland. That salivary gland secrete saliva, from which if we take the dry food, that dry food also become moist due to that saliva. Now in the saliva there is one particular enzyme is also found, or it is also secreted by salivary gland. So the first enzyme that is secreted in the digestive system, it is secreted by salivary gland, student. So salivary gland secrete which enzyme? Yes, tell me. It is amylase. So amylase, what it does? It digests the starch and it converts the starch into simple sugar. Means it works as catalyst in the biochemical reaction, from which the starch as complex food is turned into simple food in the form of simple sugar. After that, the food comes in our esophagus. Esophagus or windpipe is common, student, till this differentiation that is done by the lid-like structure, student. That lid-like structure is known as epiglottis. It is most important. Like when we intake the food, then that epiglottis close the windpipe and protect us from the choking. Means if this epiglottis is disturbed, like many times while taking food, this epiglottis is disturbed, and what happens to us? That is choking, and what we start? We start coughing. So this epiglottis is closed, the windpipe. Now, what is the epiglottis? It is cartilaginous lid. It is cartilaginous lid. Now, after that, the food comes into the stomach. It is a bag-like structure and have J shape. If we draw it, then its shape is J-like structure, like this. And it has thick wall of gastric gland. Those gastric glands secretes some important substances, and those substances are known as mucus, hydrochloric acid, and with this there are some digestive enzymes are also secreted, student. Now, what is mucus? Mucus is found around the inner membrane of alimentary canal, and it is also secreted during the churning of the food inside the stomach. And it also helps the movement to move from one part to another. And that mucous membrane also protect the alimentary canal from the digestion. Now it is also very important question, student. Like in human being, there are some people who takes non-veg. During the non-veg, when they take, then that non-veg is digested by their body, but that alimentary canal is protected. How? It is very important question. So it is due to the presence of mucous membrane. That mucous membrane protects the alimentary canal from the digestion. Many times, due to having hyperacidity, then that mucous membrane is damaged, and in that case, that alimentary canal is also disturbed. So that disease is known as ulcer. Now we come on the function of the stomach. So the food is churned here, like when we go in the market to get the flour, then there are some particular machines are found where the churning of wheat takes place, and in that churning of the wheat, what we get the flour, wheat flour we get. Like this, the stomach helps in the churning of food. So churning of food is the first function. After that, the function that it does, it secretes the hydrochloric acid. Many times, unknowingly, some bacteria are entered in our alimentary canal. Those bacteria are killed by the hydrochloric acid. With this, it also, so with the hydrochloric acid, student, it secretes two important enzymes like pepsin and renin. Pepsin converts the complex protein into simple protein like amino acid. So with the help of one cold drink Pepsi, you can learn the name of the enzyme pepsin. So pepsin is the enzyme that helps in the digestion of protein, from which the protein is converted into amino acid. With this, it also secretes one important enzyme that is known as renin. So that renin helps in the digestion of milk. Means the digestion of milk takes place with the help of renin. So there are the two enzymes, pepsin and renin, are introduced with food, and the digestion of protein is taking place in the stomach. After that, the food comes in the small intestine, student. Small intestine is attached with two important glands. First is pancreas and second is liver. Pancreas secretes the enzyme like lipase and trypsin. Lipase digests protein, lipase digests fat, and trypsin digests protein. So pancreas secretes the important enzyme with the help of pancreatic juice. Like this, liver also secretes one particular fluid that is known as bile juice. That bile juice help in changing the nature of the food. As you know that the food becomes acidic in the stomach. So the food that becomes acidic, it becomes alkaline or the basic in the intestine with the help of bile juice. And in the small intestine, there is one important process takes place, that is absorption of the food. So it is the organ, means the small intestine is the organ that helps in the both steps of the nutrition, like digestion and absorption. So absorption of food takes place in the small intestine. Now the inner wall of the small intestine, what they have finger-like projections like this. Finger-like projection they have, and these finger-like projections have the blood vessels, and with the help of those blood vessels the food is absorbed. So the villi helps in the absorption of the food that are found inside the small intestine. After that, the food enters in the large intestine. In the large intestine, the water is absorbed, and after the absorption of the water, digestion is completed, and the waste material that is produced, that waste material is come into the rectum, and via anus it is removed. So rectum and anus help in the ingestion. So it is about the journey of the food and nutrition in human being. So I hope you have cleared this topic by me, and I am sure that you will also revise it in a proper way. Thank you.